Hello everyone. I'm making this short and hopefully sweet video to just briefly explain what argc and argv are in C and C++. I learned this fairly recently. I've got an example application here to show a practical example of what this can do, of how you can use argc and argv. Basically, in the most basic way I can explain it, int argv and int argc and char star argv are basically two parameters that allow you to pass input from the terminal. If we look at this code, this is very clearly code that generates a password from a data set of pre-existing characters, as you can see here. So this script has it works in two ways. So firstly, you have the option of just compiling the script and running it, which will ask you how many characters you want your password to be. I decided my passwords, the ones that I want to generate, are going to be from 12 to 32 characters. And as such, the script handles that perfectly. But in case you don't want to mess with typing this out and reading all of this, you can also pass in terminal parameters. What this chunk of code does is, it's explained here, but what this chunk of code does is it checks if the number of arguments passed to the function is greater than 1. By default, every time you run, so for example, if I open my terminal here and I write ./main, I have it precompiled. If I run ./main, by default, the arguments passed to main are itself. So if we have something that is So if you have more than one argument, that means that the user wants to pass in a command line argument. In this example, we're just passing integers, and those arguments get stored in the array argv. The count is stored as an integer, as you can see, and all of the parameters are stored in an array of characters. So if we run this, you will see that the code compiles perfectly fine, and everything works as expected. So that is pretty much it. I just wanted to make a video of sharing this knowledge because I know that C and C++ can be very complicated, and a lot of the time, especially if you're a beginner, and especially if you're writing C, you almost always have these, and a lot of people are like, what is this? Why do I have to type it out? So I just wanted to explain it. I learned it recently. I think it's pretty cool. And I believe this is a fairly practical example, as opposed to typing just main, reading all this, deciding, then writing for 16, for example. It would be more preferable to just write 16, for example. And yeah, that's all. I just wanted to pose this quick video, and I hope it's been useful. If you find this video, thank you for watching. Hope it's been useful, as I said. And bye bye.